The reality that needs to be said out loud is that as black men age, their desirability increases. Thus, their optionality of women is always expanding. And the exact opposite is true for black women. As we age, doesn't matter how much money we accumulate, our degrees or professional accolades, the reality is that our marriage and partnership market value is depreciating with every passing year. No matter how good we look, no matter how fit we are, men are still seeing primarily our presumed dwindling fertility as a knock against us. And speaking of fertility, that is another reason that I want younger black women to seek marriage and partnership in college or right after, if that's what they choose. Because the number of college-educated black men is so low when compared to black college-educated women that we're all going to be targeting the same small pool of men. And as we heard today, on most campuses, there's like 7 black women students for every 1 black man student. Y'all do the math. So here's my advice. If you are a young black woman in college and you know in your heart and in your head that you want to prioritize family, I suggest that you simultaneously pursue that MRS degree right along with that BA or JD. Because the handful of black college-age men that actually do desire to get married soon, and they do share that value system, and family is a priority for them too. Y'all, that is an incredibly small pool, and it's shrinking as you get older. And by the time you reach my age, 40, you will be faced with different choices relating to life partnership and motherhood. Now, I'm not saying that delaying marriage or motherhood is a bad option, but it's one that comes with its own consequences. And our women deserve to know on the front end of their decision making instead of on the back half.
What's good, y'all? We're gonna ignore the fact that I sat here and filmed almost the whole entire video, and then I realized I wasn't mic'd up. So we're gonna run this shit back. We're gonna skip the intros. Y'all already know what we're talking about. We're gonna be talking about Ebony K. Williams and her viral video regarding how women should not only be seeking higher degrees, but seeking the Mrs. degree. So first things first, I already know you guys are like, oh my God, what happened to your locks? Where are they? They are braided. Yes, contrary to popular belief, you can indeed do so many versatile things with your locks. In this case, I was in a wedding, therefore we had to get braids, so I opted for the Bohemian braids. My locks are still here. There's nothing wrong with them. They are not damaged. I promise you they will be back in about a month or 2, all right? Also, I am filming in front of my bar because there's something going on in my office in terms of I'm too lazy to mount my shit up the way I'm supposed to right now. So we're just gonna be like filming in front of here until I feel like getting my shit together. You feel me? And it's way too early for me to take a shot for this nonsense right now. So for those of you guys that I know are watching this in the afternoon or like in the nighttime, take a shot for me. Because I can't. It's early as hell and I'm going to the doctor in about an hour or so. So yeah, I'm sipping on water. Let's get into this bullshit, all right? So honestly, I already made a video very similar to this a couple months ago on my personal channel when a TikToker made a video basically comparing us to white women, saying that white women go to school to get degrees and black women don't. I'll probably link it down below. And I'm just gonna literally lay out a few things before we even get started, because I'm really sick and tired of people gaslighting black women, coming for black women, but most importantly, trying to make black girls feel bad about their bad luck in dating in general, especially the ones that are seeking higher education, all right? It is no secret that black women are some of the most educated in our pool, right? And that is something that should be celebrated. It's something that is an amazing feat. However, I feel like every single time we reach a milestone, it's always gonna be something. It's always gonna be someone that has some shit to say about it. It's always gonna be someone that, for whatever reason, has something to say that's going to combat that. Oh, well, you guys are the most educated, but you're not married. You guys are the most educated, but you're not having kids. You guys are the most educated, but you're going longer without getting married. Okay, and understand there's way more important important things to life than getting married and having a kid. So before we even get into that, let me just get into a few disclaimers. But before I even get into the disclaimers, okay, make sure you guys smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, smash every button you know that can help a sister out. Join my Patreon for exclusive videos. 1 to 2 times a week, you guys get an exclusive videos, usually a story time or whatever, and you guys get an exclusive Discord and so much more perks. Everything you need is going to be linked down below. I also do have 2 other channels. I have a Haitian channel and a personal channel. Make sure you guys check them down below. While I even get into the disclaimers, make sure you guys type down below what you guys think about the viral video, because y'all saw them in the beginning and I'm sure a lot of you guys saw them before I even made this video. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that she is correct or you guys think that she's wrong? I feel like a lot of people have been very 50-50 with this. A lot of people think that she's absolutely correct while a lot of people think that she's dead wrong. So I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions before I even get into it. So of course, disclaimers. 1, I have a bachelor's and a master's. 2, me and my man have a bachelor's and a master's. 3, I am with a black man. So before anybody even tries to like come down in the comment section, coming at my neck saying a whole bunch of bullshit, shut the fuck up. So boom. When I first saw this video, I didn't even get mad per se. It was just like, again with this shit. Started looking into her and I'm like, okay, not married. Not sure if she's in a committed relationship. I didn't even look that deep. But even if she was, again, not married, from what I understand, failed relationship, trying to get with a rich white man. And then you're sitting here telling other black women, okay, black girls in particular, what to do with their college time in terms of pursuing a ring while they're pursuing a degree when you did not do that. Now, I know a lot of you guys who are for this type of advice are probably like, well, of course, she did not do this and she is the example of what she did not do. And she's heeding warning to those young girls who are now in college to not do what she did. Fair assessment. However, I think a lot of people who make these types of videos and make these types of comments need to think before they speak. First of all, this woman and those of you guys who think like this need to understand that these types of comments are extremely harmful, ridiculously ignorant, and just genuinely disgusting. And here's why. First things first, we are not white women. Second, stop coming at black girls. Third, there are so many different things that black women go through that white women will never ever understand or ever fucking go through. Therefore, stop sitting here comparing and contrasting experiences and making things a race. And number 4, just like I said in the beginning, not everyone cares to get married or cares to have a kid. So stop sitting here weaponizing it against black women and against black girls that they do not get married or have a kid in a certain timeline. It's absolutely disgusting, especially when you yourself doesn't fucking have it, okay? Like, I can't understand this shit. It should be a beautiful thing that black girls are going to school, getting educated, and actually caring to do something for themselves. And that is something that a lot of black women were taught to do since we were children. We were taught to be independent. We were taught to go to school. We were always taught to fend for ourselves, be independent, educate ourselves, whatever the case may be. And honestly, I have said it before, I guess to our demise, right? It is an issue because now it's to the point where a lot of men do see us as too independent, too educated, whatever the case may be. But I'm starting to realize that that's not really our problem. The men need to catch the fuck up. Instead of making these videos talking about how women need to secure the bag, women need to get the ring, women need to secure the Mrs. degree alongside their college degrees, why not make videos about how men need to step it up and stop sleeping around with multiple women and leaving women with all of these kids? Why not make videos about how men need to be seeking wives in college? Why not make videos about how men need to start going to pick up trades and going to college and wherever the case? Because if I'm not mistaken, black women are leading the whole trope of being educated. Meanwhile, the men, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Instead of sitting here trying to make black women feel bad about literally going to school and actually doing what they're there to do, because let's not forget, college costs hundreds of thousands of dollars for many. We actually celebrate them for doing something good instead of making them feel bad because not all of them come out of school with a ring like their white counterparts. Now let's get into their white counterparts. Again, we are not white. I don't know about you, but I don't desire to be white. I don't give a shit for white people. I don't hate y'all, but I'm saying you're you, I'm me. I love my melanin, okay? I don't give give a shit about what the fuck y'all do, but I really don't understand why every single thing that is done in the Black community has to be related, especially with y'all older folk, okay? Y'all old, broke back, pigeon-toed motherfuckers always gotta be like, oh, well, in regards to our white counterparts, shut up! Nobody cares about the white counterparts. We are not white. We were not raised the same. We do not go through the same trauma. We do not have the same financial situation. Therefore, lead me to understand, because maybe I'm missing something here. When these white people are set up with college funds, when these white people are set up with different scholarship opportunities, when these white people are set up in different neighborhoods that have different type of educational benefits, as opposed to most Black people, that most white people that are going to college have more advantages and have the time to sit there looking for a partner. We're sitting here and saying, oh, well, Black girls, y'all need to go find a husband. Y'all need to be worried about this. Why does that make sense to you guys? Black people as a whole are there to get their education. Everybody should be in college just to get their education. I don't give a fuck, and I've said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. School is not for relationships. You're there to get your fucking degree. You're there to network so you can get out there and get a fucking job. If you get a relationship, that's great. That's fine. Because at the end of the day, yeah, you're probably gonna find the most suitable partner there. That's fine. But at the end of the day, college costs way too much money for you to be fucking around. Relationships can be a distraction if you get in a relationship with the wrong one. Your brain is not fully developed until you're the age of 25. People in college are young. They're from the age of like 18 to 22. Therefore, again, lead me to understand the logic of you guys putting the pressure of finding these people, okay, of telling these people that it makes sense to go find husbands and wives when their brains aren't even fully developed. All these people are there to fuck, party, and get a degree. They are not there for wives. They are not there for husbands, especially the men. They are not there for that. But I'm gonna get into that a little bit, okay? We're not even at that part. The point I'm trying to get at is these white people are set up with the opportunity to go out and find husbands and wives in college. The Spring by Ring is set up for them. They have the financial opportunities, the educational opportunities to do that. They're set up from birth most of the time. Not all, because we all know there's the poor white folk. Okay, you know what they call them, the poor white trash? There's poor white trash that don't have that opportunity at all. I definitely understand that. But for the most part, a lot of white people have the economic opportunities to go to college and seek out whatever it is that they want because they have that financial backing. When most Black people go to college, they don't even know if they're gonna be able to pay their next semester. That was me. You think I was worried about finding a husband? I was worried about getting my pussy ate. The fuck? Did I get a couple boyfriends and little flings? Yeah. I was worried about partying. I was worried about having fun. I was worried about, damn, how am I gonna pay this next semester? Because my parents couldn't afford it. My mom lost her job of 20 years my first semester. Do y'all really think I'm thinking about getting married? And I know some of you guys will probably think, okay, maybe if you would have got married, your husband could have, what? Husband you think is gonna even be able to pay that? We're talking about 18, 19, 20, 21, 22-year-olds. You're not gonna find many like legit rich people in college, bruh. And even if you did, not many of them have parents that's gonna allow you to pay your wife's tuition. Like, we gotta be real. This is not a fucking movie. This is not Netflix, bruh. So I'm just trying to understand, like, these Black people have real life issues, and kids in general are going through real life issues. I feel like a lot of older people, especially like you older Black hotep dumb asses, y'all literally forget that young people have real issues. Way more issues than you guys went through. It's not the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, the 80s no more. These people are going through real issues. Their parents are going through health issues. Their families are going through life issues. They are going through real mental health crisis, real financial instability. They don't know how they're going to be able to pay for their classes. What the fuck makes you think they're thinking, okay, damn, well, how am I going to find a wife or a husband? What? I'm worried about finding a job. I'm worried about paying this semester off. Like, the fuck is you talking about? So, to be honest with you, it's just insanely insensitive. There's way more things that are insanely more important than, oh, damn, I need to find a wife. Oh, damn, I need to find a husband. Especially while you're in college. Don't listen to people like this, because they're going to lead you in a pit of no fucking tomorrow, okay? And I was looking at the comments of people that agreed with this. First of all, half of them weren't even married, okay? And again, a lot of you guys are probably the same people that were like, oh, well, yeah, she's probably saying that because she's in that position. I agree, because I'm in that position. I get it. But y'all are not living the lives of these kids. I'm not living the lives of these kids, but I work with a lot of these kids that are going into college, okay? I'm a dance teacher. I work with kids in middle school and high school all the time. So it's like, these kids are so stressed about so many different things you wouldn't even know no, bruh. Like, it's scary. All the things that these kids are constantly thinking about. So to even add something like that on top of it is just unfair. It's unfair and it's ridiculous. And then let's just talk about what relationships even do to the psyche. Okay, we all been through it. Y'all already heard the story times on this channel. I've been with amazing men, okay, of all walks of life, from military to educated to not educated. Like, I've been through all of it. I've denied chances where maybe I shouldn't have. You know, like, I've been all over when it came to different men of walks of all life, right? And however, I will say, let's be fucking for real. When you get your heart broken, it's a distraction. This whole idea of get a degree and get your misses at the same time is just so stupid. Who's to say you're gonna get in a relationship and that's gonna be the one? You can get in a relationship and then that person ends up literally ruining your life. That's what happened to me in college. Like, literally, I got in the worst relationship ever. If you guys have been following me forever, you would know that. Like, literally, my worst relationship was in college, and that shit fucked me up bad. Mind you, I'm also from the hood, so I had people dying left and right. I'm going to funerals left and right. My boyfriend of however many years, me and him broke up. I actually started dating him, I think, like, freshman year. We broke up like right before my senior year. So it's like, this is the thing that I do. And mind you, he's in the military too. So yeah, I could have secured the bag like motherfuckers say, but it's like, and I understand in Ebony's video, she made follow-up saying that, you know, like, yeah, you know, I'm not guaranteeing da-da-da, but it's like, no, because you made the video basically trying to fearmonger people and trying to make it seem like people are doing the wrong thing and making it seem like, oh, well, you know, this is what people need to do to get the bag like the white woman. No, stand on what you said. She stood on what she said, but then she sat there and kept trying to walk it back and, oh, well, no, like, I'm not guaranteeing it. I'm not da-da-da, but this is what you need. No, bitch, stand on it.
Hear from you, Lauren, about what you agree with and what you disagree with, and have a ladies' conversation about it.
Let's do it. So the disagreeing for me came with the starting with the infertility, the market value. So with the infertility, some stuff is science, right? You can't get around that. But I feel like when you start with that and you lead with that, it then makes people get defensive and they don't even hear the rest of it. I know when I first listened to it, I was like, oh God, this is going to be another one of those conversations where, like, someone's telling me as a woman, by the time you get this age, your life is over. And you know, when you're trying to figure things out and you're like, I'm 31 years old, right? Like, I'm recently out of a very long relationship. You know, as a woman, as a black woman, right, especially working in the space that I work in, I might not get that other chance. Like, I gotta do it right the first time. And I think
you're talking about professionally?
Professionally and personally.
Okay.
But I just feel like when you lead with the stuff that you lead with, it instantly turns the conversation negative. And for someone like me who is watching and learning and listening to you, it makes it where now I am defensive. I don't want to watch, listen, and learn. I don't hear the rest of what you're saying. So now I'm not being taught, and I should feel like I can listen to you and learn from you and not feel like you're the op.
So I want to just go back actually to your first point, Lauren, which I think you are conceding that you had a reaction to my commentary that was so visceral in nature that you actually shut down your listening comprehension skills.
Yeah.
You said that.
Yeah.
Okay. So because of that, though, right, I'm not going to sit in a posture of ownership because you made a choice to be limited in the way in which you received and processed the information. Now, you are a grown woman and you have autonomy over what you choose to consume and what you choose to not consume. So when I was giving the advice, the strategy, the game, putting, you know, certain people up on some game, I'm talking to a very limited pool of young black ladies. The ones that are currently in school or immediately following school or graduate school. So this is actually not even applicable to you, Lauren.
No,
let me finish.
No,
right,
hold
no,
on.
I have to finish because
wait,
you.
Wait, no, wait. Hold on,
I have to finish my thought.
I just want to wait before you finish your thought.
Okay.
I just want to, like, let's rewind a little bit, because I also think too, the reason why people also, because not just me or the people, because even the people it's meant for, I'm sure some of them did the same exact thing as well
and
too,
some
right?
did not.
Right, and some did not.
And some did not.
Right.
Because you read all the comments, right?
But yeah, I did.
And
but
some
what I
people
think,
really
but what I think
appreciated
happens
that.
is with you, and I saying this in the most respectful way, I think that the way that you approach things, like even this conversation right now,
yeah,
it can make it does that. It dilutes the whole point of
for
you. You're talking
Lauren.
to me specifically
Yeah,
right
you
now.
said you agreed with Ebony though.
My whole point of what I'm saying, right? Because right now I feel like you're taking what I didn't agree with and the fact that I don't remember specific words or whatever you said.
No, I'm not, Lauren. Really, I really think this would be better served and more productive if just like it's kind of like an opening statement in a court of law. I gave you a good amount of time to lay out two prongs of disagreement, and I respect and appreciate both of your positions. I'm not saying they are wrong, but I am saying I don't know how productive it is to be the time, manner, and delivery police. So for everybody, Lauren, that takes your position, which is very valid, it was visceral to me. I found it triggering. It felt hurtful. I felt attacked. I felt policed. I felt shitted on, whatever it is. There's also a whole nother contingency of Black women that felt seen by that commentary, that felt heard. And my peers who are 40 and up are like, I wish someone would have told me. And the fact that you are doing the labor, Ebony, you are doing the service of letting young girls that are currently in position to put themselves in best practices matters. And it's good that somebody is rolling up their sleeves and doing the work and having the conversation publicly that quiet as kept many pockets of Black elite culture are having with their children generationally every day. Most women, even the most educated, high-earning ones, they want to be married and they do want to have children in a more conventional way than I have chosen. And that is why I am talking to those women in particular, and I am targeting this advice to women that are young enough to do something about it on the front end. No way and no how do I believe that Black women's worth is dependent on being married or pushing out some man's big-headed baby. Of course, we have tremendous value in this world beyond our roles as wives and mother, and only somebody very ignorant to my full body of work or otherwise disingenuous would come to any other conclusion. Now, of course, women can still find love and yes, even get married after college or after 40, or I'm gonna mess y'all up, after 60. And of course, Black women can be mothers in a litany of ways, including with partners they meet later in life, single mothers by choice, and so on and so on. And finally, of course, Black women can partner and marry non-Black men or Black men with different levels of education. And still I stand by what I said. Most educated Black women in this country desire to marry educated Black men. And they also want to have children under the construct of that marriage. And the most opportune time to set up that structure is when you are surrounded by Black men that are also pursuing their education. Last point. This is all about putting Black women in best position to create that lifestyle. And nothing I'm saying is guaranteeing that y'all will stay married or even be happy, because nothing can guarantee such a thing. I am only saying out loud what pockets of Black elite communities have passed down generationally for years. And I respect that it's hard to hear, and no, you don't have to agree. But I am happy that we as educated Black women are hearing each other, seeing each other, and we're having the conversation.
This is the thing that y'all need to understand, bro. A lot of these men don't want to be in committed relationships. Say it with me. A lot of these men don't want to be in committed relationships. I don't even think I had to say that to y'all, bro. Like, did I even have to mention that? Like, these men, like, do y'all really think men in college want to be in committed relations, let alone marriage? Bro, you say the word married to a man in college and that man is probably out the fucking door, Black or white. Like, I need to understand where you guys are thinking that this shit is logical. Like, just go look up the damn studies, y'all. Look up the studies of people that actually get married to their college sweethearts or their high school sweethearts. It's slim to none. It doesn't happen often. This is not a fucking Netflix, Disney movie, whatever. Like, life is not a movie. We have to be for real. So this is the thing that I want to understand, right? So when these people, right, get in these relationships and then they end up heartbroken, okay, like I was, and then, you know, the shit just doesn't work out. Then y'all won't be the same ones talking hella shit, talking about, like, oh, well, they should have paid more attention. They shouldn't have been focused on boys. They shouldn't have been out here with their head in the clouds, right? Like, it doesn't even make any sense. And it's funny because when I got in my relationship, my dad was like mad, like, you shouldn't be having a boyfriend in college. And I didn't really understand it. I mean, like, nigga, I still was in my relationship, but I got heartbroken and I did get distracted. I think I actually ended up failing a class. Oh shit, yeah, I did. I ended up failing a whole class and I had to take it over, and it was a hard ass class. It was British Lit. And it was a prerequisite for my English communications degree too. I have a communications bachelor's, but it was English comm, so it was very English heavy. So I had to take British Lit. It was either American Lit or British Lit, and for whatever reason, American Lit was never offered. It was always British Lit. That shit was hard as hell, and I had to take it twice. And part of the reason I ended up failing was because of some citation error, and they failed me, talking about some plagiarism. Long story for another time. So my thing is, like, relationships can really distract you, and relationships could really, like, ruin your life, okay? I don't even need to go down that lane. We see people out here doing all crazy things just because of a bad relationship. So we need to really be careful when we're sitting here telling young people how their lives should and shouldn't be. be, okay? Especially when we don't know what the fuck they're going through or what a relationship can do to their psyche. Especially, let's be real, a lot of these young kids now, yeah, they're very sensitive. I'm sorry, guys. A lot of y'all are very sensitive. You guys take things a lot further than the past generations. We do not need to be telling them to be getting into relationships when they are building generational wealth, when they're trying to break generational curses and heal their generational trauma, when they're working through therapy. And I'm happy for them because they actually are recognizing these things. A lot of us didn't give a fuck. A lot of us didn't know what the fuck that was. Shit, I was told I was bipolar and ran from the diagnosis for a year and got worse. Now I'm finally in therapy and taking meds and stuff, but it's like, y'all need to understand, at least these kids are way more aware, but there's still a lot of things that they have to worry about. And y'all just be saying anything these days. Bitch, they not you and you not them. Your time is past. Go find yourself your husband and stop projecting your shit on these kids, okay? People are not out here getting married to the people that they were dating in college, okay? Because it's just not realistic. You're still young. You're still developing. There's still so many cookies in a cookie jar. There's still so many fish in the sea, okay? There's still so many things to be discovered, and there's still so many other places to meet people. I know this is something that a lot of people talk about too, like how hard it is to meet people outside of college, but I feel like a lot of people just don't even fucking try hard enough. Like a lot of people are very introverted. Like I'm an ambivert. Like I'm the type of person, I could be very extroverted, but there's times I stay in my house for like an entire week and I'm like, oh shit, yeah, there's an outside, I need to go there. If I wasn't a Zumba instructor, I probably would never go outside. Like that's part of the reason I became a Zumba instructor, part of the reason I became a dance teacher for real, because I was like, I have to physically go outside. Like I can't just sit here and not go anywhere. That's an issue. You feel me? Like you can't just not go outside. You can't just not interact with people and expect to meet people. Like you not going to parties, you're not going to gatherings, you're not going to the gym, you're not going to the library, you're not going to Starbucks, you're door dashing everything. You're literally not having any human interaction, but then you're sitting there confused as to why you're not finding anyone. Be fucking for real. Like where you think you're gonna find somebody at work? We all know work relationships always end bad. You feel me? Like y'all need to at least try. There's other places to meet people other than school. Okay? Again, the chances of meeting your high school sweetheart and dating them and marrying them, rare. Same thing with college, okay? The stats are right here on the screen. It's rarely going to happen, okay? So don't even put your eggs in that basket. If you find somebody cool, you're in school to get an education at the end of the day. All you people that have this opinion, I'm not saying your opinion is wrong per se, but take into account that we are not white. We will never be white. Stop comparing us to white people. We have different sets of circumstances that will definitely make our dating situations different from everybody else, and that's okay. And not everyone wants to be married or have kids. That's also okay. Stop demonizing and making people feel bad if they choose not to get married or have kids, or if for whatever reason they just have bad luck in the dating realm. That's not okay. This whole idea of diplomatic bullying is annoying as fuck. Listen, that's what I'm gonna call it, diplomatic bullying. That's exactly what the hell this is. Like, stop making people feel bad for things that they cannot control. There's some people out here who are genuinely trying to find someone. There are people out here who are genuinely trying to get in relationships, and it's just not working. But if you yourself don't got no kids, don't got no husband, don't got no wife, don't got whatever it is that you think you telling people that they should have, shut the fuck up, because you got some nerve. With that being said, thank you guys so much for listening to my rant. Welcome. I just had to get all of that off my chest because that shit was just so fucking annoying. Thank you guys for listening to the real talk. It was good. It was fine. I'm happy I got off that off my chest. That was like very irritating. Just to see people like saying shit like that. It was just like, bro, like these are fucking kids. And I feel like even if you have a kid or don't have a kid, it's very important to keep up with what the kids are going through, how they feel, their overall psyche, because I think these days, a lot of us forget what it's like to be a kid. A lot of us, as we get older, we forget what it's like to go through the motion. And we say a lot of insensitive things that just don't need to be said. That just, you know, and this was a big one for me. Like, it was just like, nigga, what the fuck? Like, who says this? These kids don't even be worried about marriage. They're fucking young as shit. Nobody needs to be married from the age of 21 to 25. I'm sorry. I know a lot of you guys probably had the, oh, I'm gonna be married by 25 shit. Watch when you hit 25, you're gonna be like, ooh, child, give me a couple more years. Guarantee it. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so very much. Please join my Patreon. It's only $5 a month for the most expensive tier. Thanks. Bye!